Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are here to talk about the new Tarte Hydroflex Serum Foundation. It is a 12-hour hydrating skincare serum with foundation in it. It falls under the Tarte SEA line, which stands for Simple, Effective, and Always Vegan. This little guy was all the rage when it hit QVC and it sold out like that, and it has since only very recently come to the Tarte website itself and to Sephora's here in the United States, and hopefully near you in whatever country you live in. Comes in 32 shades. Now this guy is it's next in a series of brands doing serum foundations, mixing in skincare elements with light foundation. It's perfect for summer and spring. And in fact, in a few minutes, we're going to compare it to its brethren in that kind of a category. Really light stuff for summer. This is at most medium coverage. I am wearing it now, but I'll show you an application video and compare the sides, so you'll be able to see that, don't worry. It is $39. As I said, it comes in 32 shades, and those shades are flexible, so a lot of really good inclusive shade choices. Thank you, Tarte. You put on 2 to 4 drops, or even 4 to 6 drops if you want the maximum medium coverage, but 2 to 4 is certainly light to medium coverage. They call this, Tarte calls this the yoga pants of foundations. It stretches with your skin. It is light and comfortable. As I said, a medium coverage, and it moves with you and is water-based, but also has all these great serum elements, including, of course, it wouldn't be the same without hyaluronic acid in it. This resists sweat. It is supposedly waterproof. It's definitely oil-free and fragrance-free, and it also blurs pores if I left that out. And like I said, a lot of brands are doing this kind of a skincare type product, and a few of them came to mind. But first, let's talk a little bit about this one. I bought this in shade 25N Neutral. They had, whenever a brand of foundation has anything that's light, medium, and neutral, it's always me. It's almost like we have fit models for clothing. I am the skin fit model for light, medium, neutral. So I just went ahead, say no more, and I picked up the 25 Neutral. So that is what I'm wearing now if you are anything like me. I want to go really quickly before we do some comparisons to a video here of me applying it. Now what I am going to do, as you can watch me apply here, is I'm going to put it on only one side of my face, and I'll show you what that side is. And I'm going to start with 2 to 4 drops, and I will blend that in. Now you can use your hands, and in fact Tarte advises to, but I went ahead and used a little flat brush because I know you guys don't like hands too much. So I went ahead and did that, but you're free to use your hands, a brush, I think even a sponge would work. And I am going to add 4 to 6 drops total, so I'll add a little more and show you the difference between the two sides of my face that have the product on it. After this video was over, I went ahead and I applied it to both sides of my face, and I added in a little bit of the new Fenty concealer that's also a color corrector just over the top. So what you're seeing now is me with both sides done and a little bit more makeup on as well. I have worn this now for about 6 hours. It promises to wear for 12 hours, so I will certainly let you know. I will not get a chance to edit this, so during editing, I will actually put a little note in that lets you know. We don't have to wait for a pinned comment. I will let you know how the rest of the day goes, as I will keep this on. I actually like it very much. Let me just tell you, I have very normal skin. It can go dry, or it can go a little oily, but it likes to stay right in the middle with natural, and I love a light medium coverage. So this is kind of made for me. You would think, let's talk about some others. The first thing that came to mind immediately was in a competitor realm, recent competitors, I just pulled the recent ones because if we went back into the archives, it would take a little bit too long. Although if you have kind of an archived light medium skincare-ish foundation that you would like me to compare, just let me know here or over on Instagram. I'm happy to do it. But I pulled a few recent ones, the Fenty Eaze Drop being the first one that came to mind. I also am going to compare it to, we got a few that we're going to do actually. The Fenty, I pulled the Becca, the Doing Light Shifter, Doing Skin Tint. I wear that in Orbit 2. I should tell you that I wear the Fenty in shade 7. And I also pulled my shade 30 Hydromaniac Glowy Tinted Foundation from Urban Decay. This one doesn't have as many skincare properties, but it's the same thing. We're talking a really light, kind of glowy look for the spring and the warmer months of summer without adding in SPF. Thank you. I don't want SPF added. I tend to break out after the SPF gets a few months old, and I've heard it from so many of you. So yay, you can add your own SPF under, on top, however you want to do it. I actually prefer that, or it's kind of jack of all trades, master of none. You never get enough SPF in there anyway. So I was really happy to see that. Now, let me just go to an arm swatch here. And what I did on the arm swatch, all the way over there to the left, I just poured a little bit of the brand new Hydroflex from Tarte. And then on the right of it, you'll see the Fenty. To the right of that, the Becca. And to the right of that, the Urban Decay Hydromaniac. Now, interestingly enough, what I did was I just kind of let those run down the arm. I put them in a little big, kind of thick drop. I didn't spread them out or anything. And I want you to see a few things in this. I want you to look at how the various shades that are in a similar range, those are all my shade, but I want you to see how they run light or darker. That will let you know because it's going to stay the same throughout. And I also want you to see the various, I hate to use this word, but viscosity. Some of them are a little bit runnier than others. The first two there on the left are the two that I think that are the most similar, and that is this new Tarte product and the Fenty Eaze Drop. I am not a fan of the Fenty Eaze Drop, but I do actually like this Tarte product. Here's how they are similar and then different. Whereas the Urban Decay and the Becca are much, much dewier products, this one gives a little bit more of a matte finish, as does the Fenty. However, I find the Fenty sinks into lines much more easily, and I don't think the Fenty, though it claims to be buildable, I find the more you put on and the more you build it, the more it sinks into lines and starts, in my opinion, to look a bit cakey. This Fenty works really well over some really nice skincare in a very, very light layer. If you get carried away with this, I feel you can get disappointed. I feel that the Tarte product, however, is a little bit less matte. So there's a little bit more life to it, if you ask me, while still not being like this Becca, really glaringly dewy. So it's a little less matte, a little more pliable, and a little more buildable. I also am not having issues of it sinking into lines. The Fenty tends to give me lines here, here, and under my eyes that I do not like. I have tried many times to like this Fenty product. I do not. If, however, you are one of the myriads of people who really enjoy this Fenty product, I think you'll like this one better. And if, like me, you don't like the Fenty product at all, I actually think you'll like this one. To me, this is what the Fenty was supposed to be. It is a little bit matte, so I will probably wear it from now on with maybe some sort of a glowy primer underneath it, just to give it a bit of a boost. Today, I applied it directly onto clean skin, just so we could kind of see what that was like. I have my SPF from much earlier on, but I don't even have anything else underneath it because I've been inside working today. I will again put in my editing how it's worn after 12 hours because I will keep it on for the rest. But this to me is what the Fenty should have been. I think this is a lovely little product for summer. It feels nice, it feels light, it does feel like a serum or skincare that just provides that little bit of coverage. I actually feel much more presentable than if I were wearing nothing, and it feels quite nice on the skin. I did say that this was $39. Now let's just look at some of the prices here. The Fenty is $29.50, so you're paying more, about the same amount of product. The Becca, if you want to go much dewier, the Becca is $30 generally, but it's pretty much $15 everywhere else because moment of silence for the Becca brand. It will be leaving us very soon, so good sales there. And the Urban Decay Hydromaniac, which I love this as a glowy alternative, is $29. So $29 and kind of $29 range. This one's going to up it because it's got so many skincare ingredients. It's going to up it to $39. I think it's worth it. For my summer light foundations, this will be the one I reach for, and this Urban Decay is the one I reach for when I want it to be a lot more glowy. So I hope that kind of helps, though I'm happy to reach into the archives and give you any more descriptors or comparisons that you might need. Did you get this when it was on QVC and sold out? One more thing to mention that I didn't show in the video, you gotta shake it up. Listen. You got to really shake it up because water is one of the main ingredients. And when you shake it up, you'll get a lot better use. And I did not show that. Forgive me, I did not show that in my demonstration. So do shake the heck out of it. And I think you will enjoy it, but I do want to know what you think, so leave your comments below. If you had a good time and enjoyed this video with me, please give it a thumbs up. And my goodness, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.